Welcome back. We'll continue with the XML layout editor in Android Studio and learn about the view attributes. In Android Studio, when you are working with the layout files, the XML files, to design the user interface for your Android app, you use various view attributes to define how each UI element should appear and behave. These attributes are specific to different types of view widgets and allow you to customize their appearance, layout, behavior, and interactions. Let's learn about some common view attributes in Android Studio. The first attribute is the ID. This attribute assigns a unique ID to the view. You can use this ID to refer to the view in your Java or Kotlin code to programmatically manipulate it. Layout width and height. These attributes define the width and height of the view. You can set these values to specific dimensions like wrap content, match parent, or a fixed size. If you set it to match parent, you can see it will match the parent view, which is the whole layout. You can set a specific size, for example, 200 dp, and you can see the size of it. Android text. For TextView and its subclasses, this attribute sets the text content to be displayed. For example, if I change it to hello my friends, and you can see it changed here. These attributes are specific for the constraint layout to constrain this view with the dimension, the specified dimension in the middle of the app. Later on, when we talk about constraint layout, we'll deep dive into these attributes. There are a lot of other attributes. You can use Android layout margin. So this attribute specifies the margins or the empty space around the view, separating it from the other elements. So for example, if I set it to 20 dp, if I add Android padding, this padding adds extra space inside the view, creating a gap between the view's content and its boundary. So for example, if I put 40 dp, you can see that and making 40 dp between the view itself and its content. These are just a few examples of the many view attributes available in Android Studio. These are just a few examples of the many view attributes available in Android Studio. The specific attributes you use will depend on the type of the view you're working with and the desired behavior and appearance you want to achieve. Android Studio's layout editor provides a visual way to edit these attributes. If we go to the attributes tab here, and let's say I need to change the padding, I can set it here. Like for example, from 40 dp to 60 dp, click enter and you can see that the padding is increased. Also, there are a lot of things and attributes you can edit here in this visual editor. Like for example, if I need to increase the size of this text view for 34 sp, you can see that the font increased. If I need to change the color of this text, I click on this, click OK, and here we've added a text color and a text size attribute to the XML file, and you see it in the visual editing. So either you can edit with the code or the attributes by this visual attributes editor.